We know in a game 4 after you beat them up a little bit, there's going to be a pushback there. Is there anything you can actually say to truly prepare them for the pushback?
No, we got a veteran group. They understand the ebbs and flows of a series. So I think our job is more about how are they going to push back. So how can we be prepared for that, get out in front of it, help us win, knowing what's coming. So now they may make a few adjustments along the way that are different, and then in game you always do your eyes and ears. I don't tell you what you need to do better, but that's how I'd approach it. Like I said, our guys know. Listen, guys have been in a lot of playoff series. That's how you have to prepare yourself, assuming they're going to be better. We said that yesterday. We want to be better as well. We want to keep playing better hockey. So that's the task in front of us.
We saw Yuri Patera out there. Do you have any update on Brossoit?
Yeah, listen, I can't tell you how long he's going to be out until we get back to Vegas and our medical team sees him, but he's not dressing tonight. Quickie will be the backup. Hill will start, and I'll be able to give you more once we get back there.
Getting a chance to go up 3-1 on the road, does that put maybe more pressure on the home team than it does for you guys? You guys look like a pretty loose bunch, and how do you kind of approach this?
Yeah, I mean, Edmonton's been around too. I mean, they know what's at stake. Again, to answer your question, probably a little bit, but I don't think it's going to affect them other than they know that they've got to be better. Just like when we weren't very good in game 2, we knew we had to be better. I think that's the only thing that's going through their heads right now. They're not calculating the odds of a series tied, even, ahead, whatever behind. That's just my feeling.
You were one of the, if not the least penalized teams in the league in terms of giving up power plays to the other teams. What quality brings that out in your group, and how much are you benefiting from that in a series against a power play like this?
Well, the qualities are we're not a retaliatory team. We seldom take, a penalty that guys get frustrated or lose their cool. So that's one thing. Veteran group will do that. I think we do a good job checking with our feet. We don't get a lot of those sticks parallel penalties. Nick Waugh got one in the game 2, I believe it was, so we tend to avoid those. And after that, I think it's hockey IQ as well. I think we do have a smart group that's been around. And they try not to put themselves in bad spots, take penalties that are what good teammates would take, sticking up for a teammate, preventing goals. That's what we try to do. It doesn't always work out that way, but so that's probably the best answer I could give you there. Like I said, probably composure leads into those non-retaliatories. Like I said, we don't have a lot of guys that are hotheads, so to speak, that go off the grid or off the page in terms of how we want to play. So we've avoided those types of situations.
Bruce, this team has played so well on the road all year. What's been the key to that?
4 lines, 6D. We don't chase matchups very often. We will if we have to. So guys know they're going over the boards. They need to give us, listen, Eichel, Stevenson probably get closer to 18, 19 Mark Stone in our 4th line, but our 4th line should, before playing the way we're supposed to, staying out of the box, they should be at 10 or 12 minutes every night, giving us good minutes, whoever they're matched up against. And I think they pride themselves on doing their part. Again, goes to the veteran group, so they don't get fazed by things that happen on the road, crowd noise, maybe a call that doesn't go your way, things like that. That's probably the biggest reason that I can think of.
We always talk about both teams wanting to play their best game. With the way the styles are in this series, is it possible for both teams to play their best game in the same game?
Probably not, right? Because they're the most dynamic offensive team, and we want to take that away from them. So if we're taking it away from them, they're probably leaving the rink saying, well, we didn't get to our game, right? But I don't know if we've seen a game yet where both teams are truly at their best, and who's going to make the difference-making play, right? And usually as the series goes on, you see more of those games. There's a little bit of back and forth early, establishing your territory, and eventually you just get to hockey, and your complaining's done on both sides, and you're just playing, right? So that's what I probably see, a closer game like that tonight, I would guess. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, but I would assume their goal is to be the best version of themselves now, right? Our goal is, okay, this is how we've won. We've got to be the best version of ourselves. So I anticipate you'll see teams get to that level, and like I said, that's what usually happens in a competitive series, and this is all of that.
Your team has scored a lot of answer goals in this series after they've scored, even after the goal was called back. The other night you scored basically right after it. Is there anything different you've noticed in the mentality of them heading over the boards after?
No, I think it goes back to maybe the question earlier about why we play well on the road. It's composure a little bit. We know that you can't let them string together 2, 3, 4 goals in the road because they tend to be able to close it off. So we're pretty good at that. We've talked about that all year. We focus on the next shift. In this particular case, the next game, whatever's in front of you. And I think we have done a good job at that, not letting the discipline again from the earlier question, not letting stuff get to us. Let's focus on what we gotta, where we got to go to, not where we've been. And I think our team does a good job at that.